Let's go. The kingdom of God's light. Let's move into Luke chapter 12. And let's read this together. Let's read together from 27. Here we go. Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothed the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourself bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Amen. Powerful word, okay? So Christ is talking about here in storing our treasures up in heaven. What is the greatest treasure? It's our relationship with God, with Christ. We were so blessed this week, folks, to go to the Main Ocean Challenge. Whoa, man. Wow. Talk about the presence of Father on the ocean. Woo-wee. My Lord have mercy. Wow, what a tremendous day. 4 nights and 5 days. Wasn't it 5? That went so fast. It was ridiculous. There was no schedule, but it went by so dang fast. It was ridiculous. We all wanted to stay one more day, but, everybody got sore throats and all this stuff. Man. On Wednesday, we were at hammock camping. You guys saw us, our shelter. And I had my flap open, and I got beat up by the wind all night long. So my throat is still scratchy because of that. But, man, what an incredible, amazing time. What a blessed time. We were able, what I felt sometimes just walking up on that hill, seeing everybody's campsites, it looked like some kind of scene out of a movie or something with all the campfires. It looked like some kind of Jedi camp or something. That was pretty awesome. And it was just like the kingdom was real. It wasn't about religion, it was about relationship. It wasn't even about just our community, it was about our relationship with Father. We were not community-centered, we were Christ-centered. That makes a stronger community. When we are Christ-centered, we all become stronger community. Now, if we only are community-centered, you fall apart when the community falls apart. Look at what happened in family fraud. They were so community-centered, they weren't connected with Christ. They were not Christ-centered. So when the communities start dividing and when they start having to, go different ways, those people fall apart. They're not able to make decisions clearly because they're so tied to what does he say? Tied to the things of the world. And not the most important thing, which is our relationship with God. Where are we storing our treasures in heaven? What an important thing that we must recall. I said I would show you this article. A couple of weeks ago, we mentioned that Pennsylvania is the place Father led us, and it's the place that will determine global politics. And all the people here, maybe some of you believe me, but I know a lot of people said, okay, that's quite a statement. Then that week, the New York Times writes an article that week. Okay, and what does it say? Why the whole Trump-Clinton election could probably just be held in Pennsylvania. Who's the fool now, fool? I'm not playing around here. Who's the fool now? You see that? Father led us here for a reason, and when we say global politics is affected, it now is going to determine on Pennsylvania. That's the real key swing state. If Hillary wins here, she wins the presidency. If Trump wins here, he wins the presidency. If depending on which one of those characters get into the White House, global politics will be influenced. Global politics will be influenced. One of them represents, obviously, as we know, the Hillary camp represents the globalism, which is now they're actually admitting it's their philosophy. They used to poo-poo it years ago. Oh, that's not a philosophy. That's just some kind of crazy statement, you know. Now they're admitting they want globalism, which means what? Centralized world government. Basically a communism on a worldwide stage where elites determine the laws and rules for all of you, no matter how far away they live from you. Okay, that's represented by the Hillary camp. We know that is the satanic, archangelic camp. We know that is the total representation of the archangel system on earth. Okay? And then, of course, Trump is fighting for what? He's fighting for sovereignty. He's fighting for, no. All the nations have to be strong themselves for us to be able to be collectively prosperous as a world. We have to be strong individuals and mature individuals together so that when we do things together, there's victory. That makes sense. So there's a real battle between, in politics now, between what is known as globalism, which is nothing different than just worldwide communism, and sovereignty-based ideology. Sovereignty, which is no, the people must should have the right to have ownership of their nations. They should determine what it is their nation will do. Okay? Now, it is a big battle. Either way, whether or not Trump gets in there or Hillary gets, it's going to be a huge battle. Because we know the archangel can tempt countries. And this is why the Chinese Constitution must come, because it blocks the proclivity of the archangel, especially tempting the women. Remember how I showed you from the Gallup polls? Women are more likely to vote liberal, progressive, communist. Almost double that of men. You guys saw it. Didn't make you feel too good, did it, ladies? But it's true, and you know it. We saw it in the statistics, right? So Satan knows who to use. He knows how to tempt Eve. He knows how to promise her things, lie to her, smooth talk to him. He's bad. He's bad. But you girls always go for bad boys. What's wrong with you? You go for the bad boys. Who are the idiots who want to use you and abuse you and toss you out once they used you. And then you think the good men who are maybe not as charismatic, they maybe don't lie to you as good. And those men you see as, oh, he's not my type. Well, I guess your type is then somebody who lies to you and uses you. Don't be brain dead. Right? So this is the reality of where the world is going. It is now hanging on a string. And the determining state will be here, Pennsylvania. This is the state that will determine U.S. politics, who will get into the top presidency position, commander-in-chief of the world position right here. And that will, of course, determine everything in global politics. Okay, so things are changing at such a rapid speed. So we are in this incredible political battle as well. But there's also a great spiritual battle, because beauty is not always in the eye of the beholder, and it is not always as it seems. When you see the world, we may see political actors, we may see different entities, corporations, conglomerates, organizations, but there is a deeper force behind it. We've been exploring that in the Freedom Society. If you've been coming to the Freedom Society studies and seminars, you've seen how deep this spiritual connection goes. It is a very deep occult spiritual tradition, an archaic and ancient tradition that has lasted through time. And these organizations have lived in the form of secret, occult societies, okay? Now, the reason why I feel this is very important to bring up today, even on a Seonghwa day, is because we have to be very clear about who am I building a relationship with. It makes a huge difference if you are building a relationship with Satan than if you are building a relationship with God. It's a humongous difference. In fact, your eternal life will depend on it. It's not a small thing. It's not just a preference choice. This has grave consequences on your entire eternal soul. Okay? So this is very important. Number one, Father talked about absolute sex teaching in front of kids, even 3 years old, 2 years old, grandchildren, doesn't matter. Many people thought that was crazy because, I didn't talk to my children about sex until they were 23 years old. Well, that's why they fall. You fell, you fool. That's why we won't follow your example. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because even children now, they're you fools. I see you guys. Yeah, trying to get out, just pretend you got Sunday school. You ain't got no Sunday school. Did your Sunday school today? So we know, even these kids, they're on the internet. They're playing their games. All right? These kids are also bombarded by social media, just like adults. It's an open internet. Of course, it's going to the UN now, and that will change because anybody who disagrees with the Pope or a centralized government will be seen as a terrorist. But slowly, obviously, that will start clamping down on people. But even kids this young are being exposed to pornography, naked images, sexual images, this young. Okay, so it's not like when you guys were growing up and you had to get a Playboy magazine, what is it? And you're 18 years old, you're like, yo, I got a Playboy magazine. These fools can get it at 3 years old. And that's why you got kids at 8 or 9 years old having sex, getting pregnant at 9 years old. They're getting hypersexualized and they're getting this information so young. So there is a reason why Father talked about absolute sex openly in front of even the children, the grandchildren at 3 years old. There is a reason. Why? Because they have to hear it from God's point of view before they get inducted into Satan's sex world. Once they get inducted into Satan's sex world, it's hard to get them out. It's real hard to get them out. So there is a reason why Father taught the absolute sex teaching in front of even young grandchildren. Okay? It's such a critical teaching. Okay? So, I want to get that out of the way because I know there's going to be somebody, there's an inappropriate topic. There's so many young children. Be quiet. Look at the social media they're looking at. Are you crazy? Give me a break. You're living in La La Land. These kids are totally exposed to this stuff. We got to keep it real. Okay, so the reality is, the entire world is a language of symbols. There are symbols everywhere, folks. Symbols that we don't know have any meaning, but have meaning. That's how the nature of symbology works. Your eyes, your visual cortex will process 90% of the information you will process in your brain, 90%. So the fastest way to get you to adopt a certain or change your mind about a certain philosophy is to first give you some images. If Satan can change your mind about a few images, he can start changing the way you feel about that topic. In fact, he can start affecting your moral compass. And he can start, what is the philosophy? Relativizing your amygdala function and your ability to see predators and your ability to see danger. Okay? So the world has many, many images. And imagery is a very powerful tool. The devil uses that, Satan will use that, or the nefarious force will use it, which is conscious, will use that to influence you. No doubt about it. I was on some sanctuary members' sites in South America who are very close with us there. And they're great people, phenomenal people, excellent, people of God. But of course, South America, the information relay is a little slower because we don't have full-time translators and not translating all the sermons, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they're still like translating, breaking the silence and stuff like that. That's the reality, okay? So Brazil and South America, little delayed behind, okay? So they're not, now Gilson Oliveira and our brothers and sisters, content directors down there, and Regis and Nancy Hannah, everybody, they're working their hardest to try to get those out. But at the same time, they're working 2-3 jobs a day, and they're making a living, et cetera, plus they're doing ministry on top of that. Okay, so this is a reality. And on one of our brother and sister sites, the parents are great. They love Father, etc. But one of their children, without knowing, is getting sucked up into Satanism. The kid is putting up stuff on their Facebook, and some of the imagery I'll show you today. But some of these things, and this is where I caught some of these strains. So this is not only it's affecting outside people or it's just affecting you if you go to public school. No, since we have social media, you could be doing homeschooling and start getting attacked. Okay, so the threat is there. The point is to be aware. It's to be aware of wherever you go. Is to be vigilant. It's called be vigilant. What was the problem with the disciples when Jesus says, "Stay awake"? Wait for me here. They weren't vigilant. They went right to sleep. You got to be vigilant. So this social media, even at the young age, these kids, 5-year-old kids, 6-year-old kids, 7-year-old kids, they're getting hit with this stuff. They're getting exposed to hypersexualized things. The Mickey Mouse Club has become the strip club in the States, United States, right? They got sexy dancing on Mickey Mouse Club now. The kids are getting brainwashed by that, are getting hypersexualized. All right, so these kind of things are reality. Look at this. Look at some of this stuff. I found this strain on that Facebook, and it's a strain that's called "Satan is Kawaii." Kawaii means everybody who knows Japanese, right? It's cute. Satan is cute. So there's this whole meme going around, especially among young kids. Maybe some of you young people saw it or not. But this kind of stuff is going around. So what type of philosophy is this, young kids? Young people, what kind of philosophy is this? What is this? This is relativism, right? This is trying to make the claim that Satan is cute just like Bugs Bunny or whatever the hell is cute. Like Totoro, like Totoro is cute. Or Pikachu is cute, whatever. Okay? Whatever it is. And of course, what they're doing is they're trying to acclimatize young kids into getting hooked into a satanic meme or stream. Okay? Throwing out the hooks, see who's going to bite, right? It's like a little bait. Right? See, throw out some of these hooks with bait on it, see which kids are going to bite it. Right? So you can see here, they got the upside down cross here, which is one of their symbols, right? Remember, Satanism is always an anti-Christian thing. Notice how they never go anti-Muslim. It's always anti-Christian. It's never anti-Muslim. Right? It's never anti-Muslim. So, obviously, if they're doing this and doing this to Muslims, they'll probably get their head cut off and get death threats and get killed. But since Christians are taught to be patient and love your enemy, they said, oh, yeah, let's play with these fools. Again, interpreting patience as weakness. Kindness, or his tolerance, or his forbearance as weakness, frailty. So this is one of the streams that are going around. Satan is kawaii. This is the Baphomet. This is the main satanic deity. But now you can see what they do. They made him into cute animation. He's so cute. Oh, you dumb kids. Look how cute Satan is. Oh, you're so dumb. See, this is how stupid they think you kids are. Because you can look, if you're dumb, you'll look at this stuff and you'll say, oh, yeah, I guess he is kind of cute. You see what I'm saying? So what they're trying to do is they're trying to make these into, this is called like representing these things as manga or animation or computer or graphics or cartoons, knowing kids will be open to that. But they're giving the same symbology. Look at the erected penis in the middle. Baphomet and his erected penis with the two snakes. That is a part of the Baphomet symbology. Because Satan is always connected to sexual power and dominance. We're going to get into that. Reality, don't be stupid, kids. Being in the position of representative true parents, I'm like your daddy. I got to tell you how it is. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Look at that thing. So they're trying to make it cute. They got the backwards pentagram. Sometimes it's upside down. Sometimes it's up. Okay? Sometimes it's 6 points. We're going to get into that. But they got the pentagram there. And you're not going to, if you don't know anything about symbology, they're not going to know what that is. I never studied this type of occult traditions. I only studied Buddhism and Hinduism, which is kind of like it's kind of like a gateway area. It's a very mainstream gateway philosophy to get you into the higher structure of different forms of occult. So even looking at this stuff, I had to learn about the different types of symbology, the mudra, the hand positions. This hand position here is very common in this particular statue, where they have one finger up and one finger down, two fingers pointing down. Basically meaning he's the prince of heaven and earth, or he owns heaven and earth. Okay? Notice how the symbology also connected to, obviously, the star. There is a light on top, symbolizing Satan's light, because even the Bible says Satan is beautiful. He's illuminated. He's shining. His name, Lucifer, means he who is a light bearer. He bears light. He's tremendously shining. Okay, so this is very important, having a type of light, not God's light, but it is a type of light. And that's always connected to a type of knowledge or wisdom. All right, so in these occult, dark traditions, it's always about you have to do these certain occult things and you'll become more wise. Your third eye will open. You'll see this stuff in manga, in Japanese manga. In Naruto, you'll see it in, One Piece. Right? When they got their zoom, wazaz, then sometimes they got the bzzz, eye, whatever. You'll see it in Dragon Ball. They do all that kind of stuff. They're putting in occult symbolism. So young kids think, oh yeah, I saw that on Goku. I saw that on, what's his name? What's that green guy's name in Dragon Ball? Piccolo? Yeah, Piccolo. I saw he had a third eye open up, whatever. Maybe I'm recalling wrong, whatever. I don't know the damn character, it's too long. All right, but anyways, they put it in so you kids get acclimatized to it early. So you think it's kind of cool. Oh, if there's something that teaches me how to open that eye, I'm going to be powerful. Guess what? There's a lot of martial artists that get into occult power because they actually think it makes them more powerful. We're going to get into that when I get into the mudras. There's a lot of Japanese samurais that were into like Shingon Buddhism, it's tantric form of Buddhism, esoteric Buddhism, which would use all sorts of hand postures and mudras, and that's why you see the ninjas before they, hit the smoke bomb, they'll go bzz, 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 and disappear. You incorporate these different type of mudras or hand postures or magical postures because they believe that it imbued them with power. Now, that's of course a delusion because thank goodness for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts. So you can have all the ninja deluded fools you want out there trying to say, I'm going to beat up that guy with the mudra posture and then get choked out in 3 minutes, okay? Thank goodness for transparent martial arts. Praise God for that. But this is what you get, okay? So you have this kind of animation now, positioning it for children. Now this is targeting kids because they know kids are stupid when it comes to cartoons. You know you dumb kids. When you see cartoon, you know your brain shuts off and you think you absorb everything. You know your brain shuts off. And they know that too. So if they can package it cute and maybe even color it pink for you, if they color it pink for you, then your brain really shuts off and then you become really stupid. You understand this, kids? By the way, this is how I talk to my kids too. So don't, I'm not just talking to your kids like this. I'm talking to my kids. They're like my kids. I have responsibility over them, okay? If they change the color to pink, well then, young, impressionable, dumb kids, hey, that's really cute. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. I make a sticker, put on my bag. You don't know what the hell you're doing, dummy. You are now incorporating a hook that has been sent out. You got caught on it, and you're so dumb, you're putting that dang piece of meat on your bag. This is why you have to know. You have to know what kind of wiles, or that means the tricks, Satan does for you. He give it a little sparkly eyes. Look at that. He give it a little innocent eyes. Oh, Baphomet is so innocent. He just eats children, sacrifices, kills babies. But he's so innocent. He'll look at you with those glassy eyes. Bling, 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 Little cute little eyes. Ooh, little bow tie. That must have taken maybe 20 minutes to make. He ties his bow tie. After he has murdered children, he ties his bow tie. And of course, you see the backward pentagram here. Okay? So this is symbology, folks. This is symbology, and these are things that are going around on social media on young kids now. Young kids, Facebook's kids are unwittingly putting this junk on without them knowing. And guess what? The parents are not talking to them about it. They're not telling them about it. They're mostly aware it doesn't even exist. They don't even know these things are floating around. Oh, look, let's change it pink and make it really cute. Oh, there's baby Baphomet. He's just like you and me, children. Look at that. He's frying an egg. He's sweeping the floor like a good boy. And he's watering the plants. He would never hurt a child. You see that? You see the game they're playing? You see the game they're playing? They're playing on your dumbness, on your dumb mind, on your unprotected mind. Because nobody ever told you to keep it vigilant and keep aware, like a ninja, like a good ninja. This is not a cute little animation, Totoro, Pokemon, ooh, catch 'em all. What is that stupid game that's going around? What's that game? Pokemon Go. Oh, Lord have mercy. They got the kids so brainwashed in that stupid false reality. And look at this. Look at this. They got this guy looking like a Pokemon. He's so cute. Look at him watering the plants. Sorry, dummies. This guy eats children and demands sacrifice, blood sacrifices. Let's see how he kind of looks in a different way. Oh, okay, these are some cupcakes. Oh, the children are so cute, right? You got some teenagers, yeah? When you're a teenager, okay, the kids, they want to pretend that they're different, and they actually think they're creative when they're totally brain-dead idiots. So they want to think they're creative. So they pretend, I'm going to choose something that looks different. Yeah, God does something different. Or this kind of stuff is different. Yeah, it's not like everybody. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm going to be a badass. I'm a tough cookie. You're a dumb idiot. Incorporating all these stupid symbols. You see that? But young kids, since they're so brain dead, and that's why they want to catch you when you're young, because you're dumb. They want to catch you while you're young and give you these kind of cupcakes so you don't have any firewall against them. It's like giving you a virus on your computer without any firewall. They understand that, right? That means you got no Xbox is broken forever. Does that make sense? That means your iPad, no more function, ever messages only. How are you going to feel about that, kids? You're not going to like that. So these are symbols. This is the language of symbology. And this is how they get you, kids, if you are not smart. Oh my gosh, look at my friend. She's so cute, taking selfie. With a cool punk rock hair. Look at her. Her shirt only says, "Hail Satan and drink coffee." She's so funny. She's so different. She's so creative. Are you stupid? You think this is creative? You think this is creative? This is so ancient. This is the freaking most ancient religion. and you think it's creative. This is the stupidest thing. Hail Satan and drink coffee. Where's my cappuccino? Give me a break. And of course, you see all the symbology, right? You see the pentagrams. All right, what else here? Okay, what is that? Is that a pelvis bone? Okay, so a lot of these kids who get into goth because they think it's just another fashion expression, just another style statement. You dumb dummy. You don't understand. Everything comes with symbology. Everything comes with symbology. And you wear that symbology, you honor it, you start creating a vibration, which is broadcast from you. Don't tell me that sounds flaky. I'm going to show you a YouTube video that's going to blow your mind. I'll show you something in just a couple bit. It's going to blow your mind. And you can't deny it. You won't be able to deny that different vibrations will create different realities. You will not be able to deny it. Look at this Powerpuff Girl in the woods, playing around in the woods, oh, so innocently playing in the woods, saving the world around an occult pentagram. A satanic pentagram. That snuck into your kids' cartoons, folks. So when you're busy doing whatever, they're seeing this and saying, oh, well, Powerpuff Girl, who saves the world, is doing that fun activity. You got to be brain dead. Come on. You got to be dumb to fall into this. You see how they package it with all the cute little animals? Oh, it's so innocent. It's so innocent. They're just frolicking around, just having fun, and it's just like, singing gospel songs around the fire, I guess, right? That's what they want. It's like just like your church. Look at that. It's a community, and everybody's holding hands, and dancing around the cult of death and the Baphomet goat head, and don't mind that symbol. Just be a part of this group. All right, here's some things that they sell on Etsy. It literally says Satan. And there's a reptilian eye. And look at all these little cute little love hearts. And you got these dumb bimbos actually think this is cute. And when they're teenagers, and they put this on their dang bag, thinking that's cute. And thinking they're creative and thinking they're different. You are a dumb slave is what you are. You're not different. You're not creative. You're a bimbo dumb idiot is what you are. You're nothing special. You're stupid. You're real stupid. You're deluded. Symbology is tied to religion. Symbology is tied to philosophy. The real philosophy of Satanists, as we know, we hit it a lot here, is what? Relativism. That's the gateway. You got to get people relativized, thinking that, no, good is not always good. Bad is not always bad. Sometimes good can be bad. But I gotta brainwash you people like that first before I get you into Satanism. Does that make sense? So they got to hit you with that philosophy first. They got to hit you with the relativism first to get you into the religion of Luciferianism or Satanism. They got to hit you first with the philosophy. That's why philosophy matters, folks. It really does matter. And empowering our kids in philosophy is very important. They got to hit you with the philosophy first before they hit you with the theology. Okay? Whoa, it's a cool Neko-chan. Looks like animation. And he's got magical powers. How many of these stupid Japanese anime mangas promise you impressionable young children magical powers if you believe in yourself? How many of them? Almost all of them. Almost all of them. And if you have a Neko-chan and if you have that magical power, the pentagram will light up and she will do magic for you. Boo! Boring! That is so uncreative. That's so dang old. Here it is, kawaii as heck. You see, this is how they're now packaging the satanistic imagery to get the young kids to put it on their bags and think it's cool, like Totoro and Pikachu. You see what I'm saying, folks? This ain't no joke. This is murder. They're trying to murder your children. They're trying to kill your children. Kill. Kill your children. Murder them is what they're trying to do. You have, who is this? Who's this bimbo? Keisha. Look at her. She's dancing on a stage with see the pentagram backward? See that? So she's doing a satanic ritual on the stage. So they will have music performances where the, quote, world's most talented artists will perform music that they never even wrote to the masses so that the big corporations behind them can make money off of them and spit them out and kick them out the door after they're done using them like hoes. And these dumb kids are so dumb, they actually want to be like those kids. And you got them, then what do they call this? Dancing with the devil. As if it's supposed to be cool. You see that? And so they got him, and here's the occult, there's a death cult mask of the skull and the backward pentagram. All right? Lady Gaga doing her stupid little performance. Who's that? I'm sorry, Pink doing her little performance. Look, see it on the leg? See this? These checkered black and white patterns? We'll get into that just briefly, but that's the non-duality of Freemasonry. So in a lot of occult temples, there's a black and white checkered floor, okay? Which means you have to transcend the black and white checkered floor to get to the seat throne of enlightenment. Okay, so the claim is what they're claiming is that most people live in the dual world, black and white, wrong and right, wrong and right, wrong and right. That's the floor. That's the base consciousness, of what they call it. Okay? They're just selling it to you. So that's what they say. Everybody's in that world. And if you want to be truly great, you have to transcend that and become enlightened. You have to transcend duality. Does that make sense? What does that mean? You have to be, basically, it means you become God. You get to determine what is good and evil, which is Satanism. No, you can't. You cannot determine what is good and evil. You cannot. Good and evil is already determined. And it comes from the standard of God, not from man. So you can see, for example, the heart here that she has on her left breast is above. So they're saying emotions are above, your feelings are above not the dualistic plane of thinking. So there's also another Freemasonry iconography. Trust your emotions, girls. Trust your feelings. Trust them. He's telling you the truth. Trust your feelings. That's what all the stupid romance dramas tell you, girls. And you buy it. You buy it. And you listen to the stupid bad boy who will lie to your dumb booty and take it and kick you out. He will use you and spit you out. Then you crying for what? That's the problem. Right? In the industry, you can see all these different type of occult symbols here that people, and I'm not saying every one of these people are actual Luciferians, but they are using symbology which they think is cool and creative. Some of them probably are already in the sex cults, okay? But some of the dummies that are coming into the music industry, they don't know what the heck. They just think it's some cool thing that Eminem's doing or whatever. Jay-Z is doing, what these fools are doing. So I just got to be cool. I got to fit in, right? So you can see here, for example, see all these little, you see how they're like looking through the eyes and stuff? It's the one eye inside the 666 symbol. So there's 3 6s on your hand when you do like that. Right? So this is the reason why they're doing that. They're doing 3 6s here, because you see 1 6 here, 1 6 here, and 1 6 here. Each finger makes a 6 with the circle. So in symbology, this is what they're playing with. They're playing with covering the eye. They're covering the eye, saying that in a world of blind people, the man with one eye is king. So that's why they'll have a lot of one-eye imagery, meaning all you dumb masses are blind, but look, I got one eye. I'm enlightened. Follow me. They'll open one eye. They'll have one eye that's shut or covered like this. This is a type of, in Buddhism, these are called mudras. Okay? But these are all throughout the music industry you see. This is called the Eye of Horus, and the idiot Katy Perry, who has a Jesus tattoo on her hand, is holding the eye. She's a prostitute. She's a total prostitute to the music industry. And she's holding this very occult, pagan worship Eye of Horus, which in its history has thousands of dead children sacrificed to them. I mean, what a dumb, brain-dead idiot. She's putting up a symbol that has murdered children, thousands of them. I mean, how stupid can you be? But, of course, they just think it's a different type of symbol. It's art. Right? You'll see this type of symbology with the one eye here. Even on the dollar bill, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which means the new world order. That's what George Bush was talking about. And all these stupid globalists talk about New World. All they mean is worldwide communism, where they get to rule from the top and everybody else is a slave in that pyramid. That's all they mean by it. That's it. Nothing new. It's a Satan symbol. It's a Satan structure. Madonna in 2015, she did this, what is this? Performance, Grammy performance. And look at them. She literally has Satan worship on the stage. And the kids are just supposed to see this, and they're supposed to think it's cool, and it's creative, it's artistic, it's art. I mean, you could tell, how stupid can you be? You put up the worst kind of things, and you can say, oh, it's art. And they're supposed to go, oh. Put their guard down. That's like saying if you're in a fight with somebody, say, just wait there until I pummel your face, but it's just art. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, go ahead. How stupid is that? How dumb is that? You have to be the dumbest martial artist in the world if you got hit by that. There's a Lady Gaga doing her, sex performances on these, Grammy things. And look, again, see the 666 symbolism? And this, look, that's purposeful. See, those postures are purposeful. See? They're purposeful. You see? And don't think you're cool playing around with them, okay? It's not. Don't be stupid. You understand that, young boy? Don't be stupid. All right, and then you got this here with the eye here. Now, this is an actual Satanist, okay? He's an actual Satanist. Anton LaVey. He created the Church of Satan, I think, out there in California. He's an actual practicing Satanist. And look at the posture here that he has. He's on film stating that is an actual symbol used in satanic ritual. You can even look at it on YouTube. He's being interviewed. He's a real Satanist priest, okay? And this symbol is the Hail Satan symbol. But this symbol, you will see, they promote it as the rock and roll symbol, right? Rock on and this kind of thing. But it's a Hail Satan symbol. It's an actual posture used in satanic ritual. Is that, you see that? But they're creating it mainstream so that people without any brain function adopt these things, think it's cool. There, of course, is the Baphomet goat behind. These are some of the images of the satanic sex rituals that they do. Don't be stupid, girls. You see? That little cute little baby Baphomet, they colored him pink. You don't be dumb. Don't be a freaking dumb idiot. Once they get you in there, they're going for your sex is what they're going for. Don't be stupid. And at first, I'm sure they told that bimbo, oh, it's just going to be a ritual. It's going to be fun. But it always escalates more and more. There's Mr. Anton LaVey. He's a priest in the Satanist church. There he is doing his little ritual with a child there next to a naked woman on the altar. And you think I'm telling you lies, you bum? I'm not playing with you. Don't be stupid. There's another image caught of his sex rituals. So you see, Satanism, that little baby goat that they're trying to paint pink to make cute and make you put on your dumb backpack, is tied to sex cults. And they want you in it so they can rape you. Don't be stupid, you dummy. Not only sex rituals, they're doing orgies. Oh, and it's just a ritual. Look, he's so controlled with his little scepter and sword. No, they start touching you. You see that, you dummies? They start touching you, dummies. Don't be stupid. They lie to you. It's just a little ritual. No, it's not, dummy. You're supposed to have a brain. They start touching you. Dumb girls. Look at those dumb girls. Stupid girls. And look at those. Look at those lascivious. Look at these guys smiling in the back. Look at them. Look at them. You telling me, you telling me little pink baby Baphomet, he's so harmless. He's so kawaii. What were they saying? Satan is kawaii. Oh, he won't do nothing bad to you? Dummy. Don't be stupid. They make them worship to them, beg for whatever in the sex rituals, and you can see he's using the Hail Satan sign. See? So it is not only a liturgy, not only a ceremony, but an actual sexual orgy, which then all the praise goes to who? Satan. And remember in the Freedom Society, as Kukchan's been showing us, with the interviews of that young baby girl, who was her grandma, her wicked, demonic, evil grandma, sent her to that sex cult, right? And the grandma's watching her get raped by 5, 6, 7 men. She got pregnant how many times? 7 times before she was 11 years old. They made her kill her babies, cut them open, sacrifice them to Lucifer, and eat the flesh. Remember this? Remember that actual interview from the BBC that you guys all saw who came to Freedom Society? That was from the BBC. These people are not playing around. This is real, folks. It's idiots who don't believe or want to believe that this stuff is real who are idiots. These fools are real. Don't be stupid. These are called mudras in the occult traditions. So in Buddhism also you'll see this, and also of course in Hinduism, yoga you'll see a lot of these. So these are called mudras in the ancient Vedic traditions, okay? And they're different hand postures. Okay, obviously you can see some of the same postures here. Look, see the Hail Satan's posture? They say that one helps to improve digestion. I guess when you're eating children, it helps you improve digestion. You see what I'm saying? These people are crazy. Okay? Now, you have all these different type mudras. And in these stupid Japanese animation, dumb, brain-dead, pagan animations, yeah, they're entertaining to watch, but don't be stupid when you're watching them, boys. Don't be stupid when you're watching them. You will never be one of those stupid characters having magical powers unless you sell your soul to Satan and go to hell. You will never be a superhero with those doing those occult things. Sorry. All you will become is self-absorbed and worshiping yourself. You'll be a deluded fool, and an MMA guy will come and whoop your booty. And a BJJ guy, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, will come and choke you out. I don't care what kind of mudras you're doing. I'll still choke your booty out. Don't be stupid. You got such stupid martial artists. It's literally, you got a whole ninjutsu tradition. In traditional Shingo and ninjutsu, you got a whole tradition that actually believes in this superstitious bull. They actually think they can have magical ninja powers by doing this. And then the young kids actually think it's real. It's stupid. You get them in an MMA ring, they'll get killed by real martial artists. Killed. You have Western women. Ooh, look at her. She's a Western woman. She's doing ancient Vedic mudras. You have now the whole West has embraced yoga as a mainstream type of activity without understanding its pagan roots and or understanding the gateway it pulls you into. It makes you open. It makes you open, folks. It makes you open to relativism. And they have to hit you with relativism first before they can get you into the higher orders. They gotta brainwash you with relativism, and yoga helps do that. So if you're doing yoga, you want to do stretching, do grace yoga, Christian-based yoga, which is based on scripture and God's love for you and your body as a temple of God. Not some stupid, horny sannyasin who wants to put a little mark on your forehead and then have sex with you in tantric yoga. Don't be an idiot. You know how many girls, even my teacher when I was at Harvard, her name was Janet Gyatso. She trained with a Tibetan Buddhist master from the Shambhala tradition. What was his name? Out in Colorado. Anyways, he escaped can't remember his name. He founded Shambhala Buddhism out there, Tibetan Buddhism in Colorado, made a huge center. She went and trained with him in the 60s, and he slept with all the girls. He had said tantric sex was part of it. You have to do tantric sex with the enlightened master. He got all those girls. He got all their sexual organs. He got them all on his list. You dummies. So stupid girls. And so one of the students asked the professor, so did you do it? And she was like, I refuse to comment on that. And then she said, no, I didn't. So these kind of traditions that are very mainstream, you see in Buddhism, this is a Tibetan Buddhist mandala. See all these different types of mudra. This is the Shakyamuni Buddha with Bhumisparsha mudra. This is medicine Buddha with Varada mudra. This is Dhammachakra mudra up here. That's Vairochana. Manjushri. I know these traditions. You understand? I'm not an idiot. All these mudras are claimed to have different powers. But thank God, and I'm not using his name in vain because I'm really thanking him. Thank God, God blessed me with like real martial arts training. Because that helps you get out of this kind of delusional stuff. It doesn't give you any spiritual powers. It just makes you delusional. Doesn't give you any physical abilities. It just makes you delusional. You'll still get whooped by a white belt in BJJ. I guarantee you. Do all the stupid ninja symbols you want. Kalen will whoop your booty. I'm just being real. So these are the different type of abhaya mudra, no fear mudra, dhammachakra mudra, the spinning of the law mudras, etc., etc. All these different types of mudras have meaning behind them. Once you get open to these things, you become relativist. And so you become open to other traditions of symbology, other traditions of occult, other traditions. Does that make sense? You start climbing a ladder of Satanism, which of course leads to what? If you think you can transcend good and evil and be non-dual, non-binary, anuttara samyak sambodhi enlightenment, you're an idiot. You're a delusional freak. You're not going to be that. All you're going to be is delusional. I've met people who claim they had that, and they're delusional. I'll choke them out in less than 5 seconds. Now, these mudra traditions, very ancient, have also seeped into seeming Christian iconography. Okay, so you have Greek Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, you usually have Catholic iconography that also has now adopted a lot of the occult iconography of secret societies. We know that in the Italian secret societies, there are all sorts of secret societies formed. Freemason branches, the Italian Mason branches, all these branches come out of Rome, okay? Knights Templar branches, etc. They may have started good. They may have started with good intentions, but over time they become taken over because they operate in secret. These movements operate in secret, folks. So they may have started with a good intention, but they get satanic within a couple of generations because they're operating in secret. Does that make sense? There's no transparency on them, just like the family fraud. Right? So they have images of Jesus doing secret symbology. That exists within the Rosicrucians, Italian secret society traditions, all these different secret handshakes. Play around. You have, of course, the worship of the goddess mother in Catholicism. This is very mainstream in Catholicism. They're worshiping a goddess. It's totally non-biblical. They're worshiping Mary as a sinless goddess. They call her the Queen of Heaven. They call her the Mother of God. And of course, look at all this Mary iconography. So much of it, she's standing on a moon disc. Isn't that weird? Have you ever noticed this? She's standing on a moon disc. Isn't that weird? Look at this. I'll show you another one. Look, there's the moon disc again. Isn't that weird? Look again. There's another one. She's on the moon disc. Isn't that weird? How come all these Marys are standing on dang moon disc? And nothing in the Bible said that. Oh, she's on another moon disc. Isn't that weird? That's kind of weird. All of them are standing on moon discs. What the heck is that from? What the heck is that from? That is what Paul was attacking. When in the cities that he was proselytizing, and he was attacking the cult of Diana, folks. The cult of Diana was the goddess cult, where they had temple prostitution with both Diana and Athena, Aphrodite, Venus worship. They had temple girls that were given to remember, just like the Hindus do it, with the goddess Yelama. They're selling the young girls. The parents are crazy because they're being told that they're sending the girl into the priesthood. She's going there and she's becoming a hoe. She's going there and being raped by 5 men to get initiated, and now she's a prostitute. And then they're giving that to the priesthood. This was a cult that Paul was attacking. He was attacking this cult of Diana. And the dang Catholic Church has incorporated the cult of Diana, the moon goddess, in their iconography. This is why they do not worship God. The Catholics do not worship God. They're worshiping a false god. It said to have no idols. No idols. Right? The first commandment is do not have any idols but me. No other forms of worship. You worshiping the Queen Mother is idol worship. And this, of course, where is this going? Family fraud is going down here. I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to have a moon around her pretty soon. I'm not joking. No, why are you laughing? I'm not joking. Iconography is powerful, folks. Symbology is powerful. It's how you brainwash big groups of people. The elites know that. Don't be stupid. Look at that. See, the moon goddess is Diana. And she's the moon goddess. She comes and rescues the hunter. Give me a break. She comes rescue a naked woman. Come rescue a hunter. Give me a break. These fools are fantasizing about naked women while they're hunting. That's what they're doing. I'm praying to Diana. You're imagining a naked woman. It's nothing but an Eros cult. You get the hunters out there, they're all, they're out there hunting, trying to get an animal. There ain't no women around. Hey, what do we talk about? Well, let's talk about our religious ceremony of Diana. Can we do that? Yeah. It's a time. My wife said we should go to church. Okay, we'll talk about the moon goddess Diana and her fair skin and her supple breasts and her booty and all. Let's talk about that, okay? That's our religious talk for today. Yeah, I know what you fools are doing. You're dating the temptress in your mind. That's why Paul spoke against it. This is no hunting goddess. You're fantasizing because you getting horny, you bum. And there she is. Oh, she's rescuing another hunter. He's so exhausted. I've been hunting. You sit down most of the time. You ain't running around the forest. Give me a break. There she is again with her virgin. She's a virgin. Oh, yeah, and she's a virgin. Yeah, the goddess is a perpetual virgin. Yeah, she only wants to sleep with you, you dumb. Yeah, how stupid these cults are. I mean, how stupid they are. They just cater to the desires of the carnal flesh. And they just create a lie around it. It's nothing other than a soft type of pornography packaged in religion in the ancient world. That's it. And then you wait, and if you're good, if you be real good, once you get and offer your on the altar of Diana, she'll reward you with a real goddess, which is a hoe. She'll give you a hoe. You call it what it is. They want to call it a goddess. What is it? It's a hoe. It's a dirty hoe. You have the bull here. Now look at this imagery. See, the moon goddess imagery here is like the imagery of the moon encapsulating the sun is also another type of imagery that you also see from Egypt. Now people think Egypt and Rome, they're so far away. No, they're not. They're right in that whole Mediterranean world is so closely knit. We don't live there. That's why we don't realize this is way closer than here in Florida. I mean, ships are going back and forth all the time. We don't live there, so we don't recognize how close those civilizations are intertwined. This is the Egyptian bull god, and you'll see the horn structure. You'll hear the crescent here. You'll see in other forms, it's sometimes surrounded by a snake, sometimes by wings like this. Different iconography, but symbolizing this ark that's holding this sun disk. You'll see it also in this type of Egyptian iconography. Now, this is all connected. It's interesting because all this type of imagery is connected to astrology as well. There's philosophy, and in the religion of a cult, there's also astrology. So you'll see like tarot cards, and you'll see all these other things that are parts of these religions. Part of the mysticism, they call mysticism, it's really superstition. They call it the mystic elements, it's really superstitious. Baloney. And so they have, for example, these different gods are connected to different astrological bodies and different celestial bodies, like the planet Saturn. Planet Saturn. The planet Saturn is associated with the Dark Lord, the Lord of Darkness. It's a planet that has, of course, the rings around it, right? The disk rings around it. And of course, now in the modern day, NASA has captured pictures of its North Pole. Look at that. Look at the pole, North Pole. It actually is in the form of a hexagram. So Satanists love this. They love this planet now because they got the NASA images like, yeah, we got a planet. Look at that thing. It's got a hexagram on it. You know where they say, like, I'm going to throw a hex on you? That's from like the hexagram. The hexagram right here is that polygon here. It's a six-sided polygon within which this is a cymatic symbol. How many have heard of cymatics? Who's heard of cymatics? It's really fascinating. Look at this. Check this video out. Let's see that video. This is crazy. Watch this video. This is insane. This is vibrations on a plate of metal. Watch this. That's sand. It's sand on top of a plate of metal. Okay. So do you see how different tones create different patterns? You can actually see it. It transforms matter. This is not bull. You got people who think, oh, you had vibrations, all this kind of stuff. Oh, that's baloney. Oh, la, 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 la. No. Cymatics shows that when you get hit with certain frequencies, that matter changes. There's another one. One guy developed a machine where he does it to water. So he puts different beats on that water, and as he increases the megahertz on those beats, the patterns become different. He can make hexagrams, polygons. He can make pentagrams. He can make squares. He can make different patterns just by working with that beat. Isn't that interesting? So people never had physical proof that if you have different sounds, you actually can transform matter until cymatics. Cymatics shows you can transform matter by vibrations. So when you are operating in these type of occult symbolic worlds, all symbolism is connected to sounds. Satanic liturgies, Hindu chants, Buddhist chants, all connected to chanting a certain magical formula. In tantric forms of Buddhism, you're chanting magic. Those are representations. They actually say that each syllable is an actual Buddha or an actual deity, an actual thing. And before cymatics, you couldn't really see that had an effect. But now you can see that the sound can actually, it shapes. Your literal matter starts transforming. Can you imagine if you're getting hit with that kind of tones? What's happening to your blood? Your blood is 80% water. That's all water. That's sand. There's another one with water. You'll see how the water is shape-shifting. That means your whole freaking body is shape-shifting while you're being influenced by this sound wave. People have no idea what subtle magic can be used on them because they're brain dead. They think they're smart, but they're stupid because they've been taught to be dumb. The worship of Saturn is also connected to what is known as the black magic cube. This black magic cube are a set of 9 numbers that are connected here. And wherever you go, whether you go this way, this way, this way, whether you go up, down, whether you go diagonal, any which way you go, you will always get 15. You will always get 15. Any which way you go, add them up, you'll get 15. Now in numerology, what they want to do is they always bring it to a singular number. So if it all comes to 15, they want to bring that to a singular number. So they'll do 1 plus 5 equals 6. So then you have, whether you go here, you get 666. If you go up, you go 666. If you go down, you get 666. If you go diagonal, you get 666. So this is why the Saturn cult is connected to the black cube. Why? Because a hexagram, this is a hexagram, right? A 6-sided polygon here. This is a 6-sided polygon. It looks like a cube, right? But just look at the outline here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? A 6-sided polygon is a flattened cube. It is a cube. Okay? So it is a cube. When you look at a 6-sided polygon, it is a cube. Can you see the cube? You can see the cube, right? So that's why the Satanists love Saturn, because they find this hexagram on it, which of course is also tied to other symbology. But it has the cube, which is matched also with their mathematics, which then match to numerology to 666. They're into this, folks. They're really into this stuff. It's a headache to study this, honestly speaking. Once you reformulate the cross, you get a cube. Once you destroy the cross, you get a cube. You can fold it into the form of a cube, which of course then ties to the pattern of Saturn. Okay, so here's the polygon here. This is a 5-star. And this, of course, what is this called, the star down here, usually called? The Star of David, right? Isn't that weird? It's called the Star of David. David had no star. David had no such star. Never mentioned once in the Old Testament. Isn't that weird that they call it the Star of David? But it's an ancient occult symbol. It's the symbol of 2 triangles, of course, interlacing. Usually how the ancient fertility cults would call it, phallus and the the convex concave symbology, male and female. But not in the context of marriage, like Father's talking about, in the context of deities, which Father's not talking about. When he talks about convex concave, he's talking about marriage and lineage, right? Absolute sex. You'll also see this in popular companies, like, look at this, in Hebrew numerals, the number 6 is written as such. And so this looks like monster marks, but actually it's the 666 mark in Hebrew numerology. So when you support companies that actually have, like, that's why, for example, I don't like buying Nike and stuff like that. Because you're supporting a company whose name is a stupid, fake, superstitious Greek fake god. I would rather get Under Armour, because that reminds me of Ephesians 5, and put on the armor of God. And Under Armour's cooler anyway. I'm not no sponsor of Under Armour. They don't give me no money. But the point is, these symbols are all around you. And young people and older people, they don't know. They don't know that there's symbology, there's meaning, and there's theology all around you. So the point is what? To be vigilant, be aware, be educated about these things. We see the Star of David here on the money mark. Who knows what that is? It's a crest. It's a family crest. Whose crest is that? Hey, you got it. That is the Rothschild crest. Rothschilds, they're originally from Germany. Their original family name was Boyer. Boyer? Was it Boyer? Bauer. I'm sorry, Bauer. The original family name was Bauer. They changed their name to Rothschild, which means red shield. And they chose this pagan symbol to represent their family crest, which then when they set up the nation of Israel, they put that same family crest, but in blue, onto the nation of Israel. When in fact, the actual traditional Jews wanted a menorah, which is inside the holy, inside the actual Ark of the, in the tabernacle. They wanted the menorah. We don't want what kind of crest is that? We want the menorah. That symbolizes the presence of God. So this Star of David is actually an ancient, you'll see this go back to even ancient goat worship in Egypt. So there's stars in Mesopotamia and different types of Davidic stars that they found, 6-pointed stars everywhere. So it's not only pentagram, it's also 6-pointed stars. You'll find it because with the 5-pointed star, you don't have this phallus at the top with the fire coming out, like a candle. But with the 6-pointed star, you have Satan's phallus. You have the actual light coming out of his head, his power. Okay, which is tied, when you see Baphomet, it's tied to his actual sexual organ. His penis is erected and has 2 snakes coming up. Okay, it's tied in line with the representative of his enlightenment on his head. What, you girls never heard the word penis? That's what it is. Crazy, but it's real. This is the fool. That is the idiot Rothschild. He owns $500 trillion worth of money. 500 trillion. I saw a list of the banks they owned. Oh my gosh. They own the Bank of Korea. I checked. They own the Bank of Korea. They own the Bank of Japan. Obviously, they own the Federal Reserve. They own the European Union, Deutsche Bank. They own everything. Al Jazeera Bank, whatever. It's just ridiculous. There's a whole list of the banks they own. $500 trillion worth. So with that kind of money, folks, it's easy to get people sucked into Satanism. And look at these fools at the top. This is one of the incest lineage-ridden, despicable Rothschild women who's probably inbred for the last 8 generations. And there she is wearing a Baphomet necklace. She's actually in different pictures, the Baroness Rothschild. She has multiple necklaces, all adorned with Baphomet iconography, symbology. Of course, they're famous for doing the occult, what is it? The eyes covered up, the puppet face parties, where they wear the goat heads or they wear the little mask. Oh, I got that. Call them masquerades. Is that what they call it? The masked parties for the elites? They're famous for that. What do they do at those mask parties? They do orgies and satanic ritual. This was just a few days ago. The Queen of England and her personal nurse And look at her belt. Her belt here, the personal nurse here. There it is. There's the pentagram. And there's the Freemason sign here. So the Freemason sign, too, is connected to, obviously, this, a type of star. But here, for example, there are the two pillars. This is the Boaz and Joachim pillars that are stated to be in the front of Solomon's temple. So the Freemasons use that in all of their temples. So when you see the two pillars here, and you see a star, or you see checker floors, and you see an eye somewhere, you know it's Freemasonry. You know it's occult. Don't go in those stupid places. Okay? There's a coffin. See that death coffin here at the bottom? That iconography at the bottom? You got to notice all these little different types of iconography. So there's different levels, right? There's all these different levels. This is another image of it. There's God up there with the all-seeing eye, but it's really Satan. All right, there's all the death cult worship. Here's the pentagrams, different things. You see all these symbology. They're not putting this for random artistic embellishment. They have specific meanings in that cult, in that religion, in that theology. And the initiates, people who are, quote, enlightened, are supposed to know the inner meanings and power of each one of those symbols and are to practice them. Do you see what I'm saying, folks? But they'll tell the normal person, it's just art. The laugh is on you. And here's the different levels of degrees. I don't know how accurate this is, but it is available. Knights Templar, Rosicrucian, all that. Blue Lodge, Master Mason. So there are very low levels here. And then as you go up the pyramid, there's the higher levels up here, which are basically at the highest level Luciferian. Total Satanist worship. And you have to understand, this elite network of people are all over the world. They're connected all over the world. You guys connect with your friends? You don't think the elites connect with their elite friends? Give me a break. Don't be brain dead. Give me a break. There it is again. That is a plate that they made. There's the ring. We had a guy that came in here, actually, I was wearing that ring. We said, we know where you're from. And there it is again. The Baphomet, but look this time, he's between the Freemason pillars. See that? Baphomet, the goat god, between the Freemason pillars. See how they're tied? See how these occult systems are tied? They seem like different traditions, but really at the top, they're tied. And there's a Satan goat head priest with the erected penis, the two snakes. Notice how, this is something that people, all these things, why do they always connect to sex rituals? Why is Satan, this is the images of Satan in the Baphomet, they're trying to make he look cute. Why he's got an erected penis with two snakes on it? I mean, they know it. See, those fools know it. The Luciferians know it. They 100% know. It's just the other Christians are never taught about this, never exposed to this, so they get sucked into it. Look at all the symbology. Look at this. Upside down pyramids, a pyramid with one line through it, pentagram, alpha and omega, a backward pentagram, a pyramid upright without a line, a backward pyramid with a line. See this? All this little detail have all different symbology. So only if you're initiated and you're enlightened in the cult is when you will understand the secret powers of that, which is nothing special. It's just devil worship. It's just Satan power. That's all it is. And you'll be tormented by demons. Lady Gaga, who took like a 2-year break, right? She was on one university. I saw her interview she did on one university. She took a 2-year break from music. And she said that she was getting terrifying dreams at night about a demon like trying to devour her. And she said literally she was going insane. Well, you think maybe if you're wearing all this satanic imagery, if you're constantly looking at devils and demons, all you kids who also play D&D, what do we tell you when you guys play D&D? It's okay to play D&D, but you don't play the bad characters. You don't play the evil characters. Because if you get used to playing evil characters, even if it's in just fantasy land, well, you're getting used to stabbing people back, you're used to deceit, you're used to lying to people, you're used to tricking people to get what you want, murdering, you become devil, you become evil. You will start becoming evil. And Kukchinam gave us that advice. Remember that, young people who play D&D? He's the one who gave us that advice because he knew a lot about that whole game. So what you imagine, the images you soak in, what your mind concentrates on, you will become more like. So if you're playing characters which are evil and you think they're badass and, oh yeah, I'm going to slash him, I'm going to cut his neck, yeah, I'm going to cut his foot, boom, boom. You think that's cool? You're going to become a devil and you're going to end up shot by a good person one day. Because guess what? Good people are now in this country are becoming more and more strong. And in Chanigu, all good people will be strong. So if you think you're a badass trying to be a bad guy, and you come around trying to murder, you're dead. You're dead. You're freaking dead. Don't even try. We'll shoot you up like a Swiss cheese. Okay, we got Coffin down here, all this different. And look, ooh, that's him though. He's cute. That was him. But no, that's him. That's him. No, that's him. See how they play with your mind? They play with your mind. No, that's not him. No. That's him. Yeah. He makes flowers and he fries eggs just like you. And he sweeps the floor. He's such a good boy. He's eating children. No, but he's sweeping them after he eats them. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, kids. Once you get used to this imagery, look at this it looks innocent imagery, right? Let's dissect some of this imagery. See all these pentagrams here? They're making it very innocuous, right? Very harmless. See that? They're pink. See, he has a cute little yellow one. He's a star. Don't you want to be a star, kids? You see that? It's so cute. It's so cool. So they're getting used to this imagery. So you release your firewall of power when you see that image. You say, stay out my house, fool. Your firewall gets weak. So once your firewall gets weak, that can start coming in. You see what I'm saying? That can start coming in. Because this type of art always leads to this type of art. Becoming open to this type of art and symbology always opens you to seeing that as beautiful. Because there's Baphomet. Oh, there's your friend. He was the pink little cute guy. Remember him? Here's your friend. Oh, there he is. And he's mocking Jesus on a cross while he has a big erection penis with his balls hanging out. And he's choking this naked woman as he has raped her and now is killing her. Oh, but he was such a sweet pink thing. Do you see? Do you see? Don't be stupid, kids. Don't be stupid. I covered these up. You could look on the internet. You'll see his dang erection. Okay? These people are not fooling around. They want to kill you, rape you, and laugh at you in the pool of blood. And this is what you're going to get. Yeah, exactly. They do want to impregnate those kids like they did to that young girl and then make her kill the child and then make her eat it. These people are absolutely from the pit of hell. And most of your parents are not even telling your kids that this exists. That's a problem. Because they are going to get sucked into this because all the fish hooks are out there. So we got to know this is a warfare. It's war. The mentality of having to fight is so important. You have so many philosophies like yoga and Buddhism. 100%, I know, they teach a pacifist philosophy and a demilitarized philosophy. Whenever you hear any of those words, it means they're trying to weaken your firewall so you cannot determine between good and evil. Unfortunately, even Buddhism, in the end, teaches non-dual mind, non-binary mind, non-bifurcated, ultimate anuttara samyak sambodhi enlightenment, which is bull. It's total bull. Okay? So at the conclusion, you'll have all these different philosophies trying to tell you, no, you don't have to fight. It's not about a fight. Go with the flow. Just move with it. Just flow with the river. just go with your feelings, go with your emotion. No, you got to know how to fight in this world. You have to know how to fight. You have to have a warrior spirit. If you will do anything for anyone, you have to have a warrior spirit. Because you can't do anything of value where you won't get attacked and mocked and be scorned. You can't. Name one thing which is easy to do. Or hard to do, but you can achieve it without any hard work. Give me a break. The Bible says, fight the good fight. See, not all fighting is bad. You got Satanists always trying to say, fighting is so bad. You got all these moms saying, don't fight, children. No, sometimes fighting is good. You hear about the good fight? Jesus said, fight the good fight. You got to teach your children, moms, to learn how to fight. If you teach them don't fight, you're killing them. You're going to put down their firewall so they get smashed by the devil. Don't be telling your kids don't fight. You have to teach them how to fight properly. The warrior spirit. Guard your holiness. We saw how the actual vibration of sound transforms matter like liquid and sand. It actually transforms you into different geometric shapes. It shape-shifts you. You can't even see it, but your body is shape-shifting under the skin. It's affecting you. So if you are listening to music which is filled with self-worship and filled with, it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me. If you're only listening to that kind of music, you are shape-shifting into that demon. Literally. Your body is changing. As you saw the cymatics, that thing changes. The geometric patterns change. You are literally changing into a demon. You didn't believe me until you saw that video. That video is intense. You should look at the cymatics on water. That's even more scary because your body's 80% water. The imagery you use, the imagery you invite into your heart will affect you. You got all these fools trying to poop. Come on, that's not a stupid image, not going to affect me. Yeah, right, you dummy. You're telling me there's no difference between saying and giving somebody the finger. You tell me that imagery is exactly the same. A thumbs up or a middle finger? You telling me that imagery is the same? So right there, the stupid thesis is broken. Imagery matters because it's filled with meaning, symbology. And guess what? Symbology always tied to theology. Always tied to religion. Be careful what imagery you use. Surround yourself with Scripture. Empower yourself with Scripture. Instead of drawing some stupid imagery, put up a Scripture. Instead of thinking you're creative because you put up a little, goth little girl under a little manga came out with a little red plaid shirt on a black skirt. Oh, she's so cool. You ain't creative. You falling right into the dang trap. Put some Scripture up on your console. Give you some power, something that will change your frequency from getting sucked into weakness and into Satan's trap, and something that give you power. Fill you with strength, supernatural strength. Build your relationship with the one true God that loves you, that dies for you, that goes to hell for you because he has true love. That's what I'm talking about. Amen. You fill your imagery, you fill your symbolism with glory to him and his power. He can overcome everything. And I'm going to tell you. I showed you a lot of imageries today. Now, I'm telling you, these are not images. These images are going to come back to haunt you. I'm telling you, young kids, you're going to be laying in your bed, and all of a sudden you're going to pop up and see one of these dang images. I guarantee you. I bet you some of you guys are going to go to sleep tonight, and you're going to see some of these images or something similar in your head. You know what I'm saying? These things are free. They got a power. They have a power. It's not like just like little images and, oh yeah, the little kids think like, oh yeah, that's nothing big. When they get home and they're all alone in that dark room, they're going to be like, oh, Shmita, what I see today? Dang, I can't go to sleep. Mommy, I want to sleep in your room. Because these things are going to be in your mind. That's why I had to battle whether or not I'm going to show this. But I said, you know what? Father showed it open. The more you know about Satan, the more you don't fall into his dang trap. So I'm warning you, when you kids start seeing these images and they're going to come to haunt you, especially in the past, if you let some of these images in, now you're going to have to start cutting out, and if they become part of you like a cancer, you're going to start cutting that thing off. It's going to hurt. There's going to be some squealing going on. What's it? Lady Gaga was saying that demon was coming towards her. Yeah, Lady Gaga. Yeah, you want power? You slit your wrist. Yeah, give you power. He was telling her to slit her wrists. See, this type of demon, do you think these are just cute little images? They have something behind it that has power. And it'll come after you if you don't surrender to it. And it'll try to scare you and say, ooh, I'll take you. Threaten you. You bow to me, otherwise I'm going to make you go crazy. I'm going to make you slit your throat. I'm going to go make you cut your neck. This is what it'll do. You better be ready for that. Because if it comes, you have to learn how to what? Rebuke that devil. Amen. You got to say, get out of here. God has strengthened me. Amen. I have the warrior and the Spirit of God in me. Devil, you must bow to me. Not because I'm great, because he who is in me. These images, these occult systems have power, folks. Be careful. Be careful. When they come to try to haunt you and try to scare you, be ready to fight. Have a warrior spirit. Don't be a little wimp and a little coward hiding on your bed. Get ready to fight. Get ready to fight. And you will win. Because God gives us a victory. We fight from victory, not for the victory. It's already won. All we have to do is stand in our position. Say, nope, devil, you're trying to intimidate me out of my position. But actually, you're a low schmuck. You're a low schmuck. You have no power over me. You're a low-level schmuck. That's all you are. So you get down, you bow. You bow to the King of Kings, you see? Chase him out. Chase him out. This is a serious topic. It's a serious thing. And I'm happy the young kids, the Sunday school kids can see this stuff at an early age because they can get so easily sucked into it. With these crazy propaganda images with Baphomet in pink. Give me a break. That has murdered so many people over the years. And they're trying to make it cute, him frying eggs and watering flowers. Give me a break. Look at that, folks. It's about the blood. In the end, it is a blood lineage battle. That's why the stupid devil symbols always have the damn erected penis and the freaking snakes around it. Okay? They got the Baphomet with the erection. He's sexually ready to take you. Because they know it was a sexual fall. They know that. And they know, those who are practicing, though, they know it's connected to bloodlines. They know it. They know it. So, on God's side, those who are building the kingdom, and Chaniguk, which is coming, we have to know this is a battle of blood. Don't let them take your blood. Your blood is precious. Don't spill your blood. That bloodline has been fought for millennia to come. Don't crap it away. 127. Since humankind has received satanic blood, people cannot return to God on their own. So the Messiah must accomplish absolute restoration of the lineage. That's why returning to Father's authority is so important. Oh, goodness. It's so critical. You know, I mean, we have people, okay, who have gotten sucked in by Satan. All right? But they have returned to true Father's lineage. They've returned to the authority of true Father. Amen. That is the key. That's the key. Because from that returning can the new fruit come. Yes. Okay? So that type of redemption is there, you know, until we die. And of course, we know the world is becoming more and more stable. It's getting very easy to die. You never know when you're going to die. But coming to true Father's authority is so critical. Satan has taken so many souls, but he's hardened the hearts and made you not repent. That's what's preventing you. Now, there are those who have been taken by Satan, but they've repented. They understand they bought a lie. And yes, nobody is perfect. But what have they done? They've surrendered. They've come back to the authority of God. And so what? They are under the family of God. You see? That returning to the authority of God and the authority of Christ is critical, because that in the end, folks, is when we die is going to determine our place. Where is our treasure being stored? Where is it being stored? Right? And it's so important as a community, too, that we understand that there is sin. In our community, people are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Satan has attacked all of many people in different ways. Right? But in front of the Ten Commandments, who can boast? None can boast. So it's all of us come in repentance, in joy, because we found salvation. We were sentenced to death. We were sentenced to life, eternal lifetime prison, but we've been given the pardon. Amen. That's incredible. That's returning to true Father's authority. That's hope. That's a future. Amen. That's where the kingdom will come. We saw it in Maine, folks. We saw it in Maine. All right, let's finish it up. This transition must be made. This is why the Messiah must surely come. Without his coming, there will be no restoration of lineage. We must restore lineage. Yeah. Lineage. Yeah. That's what it's about. Bloodline. Make sure you're on the Father's, the King of Kings bloodline. All right, SOS, come on out.